Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Naha podcast. Today, we have Brazilian aromatherapist Claudia Vaz with us today. Hello, Claudia.
Hi, Ty. Thanks for having me. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
great pleasure to be here.
Thank you for being here today. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and I just wanted to start by asking you, what was your first introduction to aromatherapy?
My introduction to aromatherapy came about through my professional side. It's been I've been working in the healthcare field for over 30 years, and my focus has always been on looking for innovation and new trends. And in a moment, I realized that the medicine I was involved in was oriented to perpetuate the cure of the disease. And I was on the opposite side. I was looking for elements that could activate and strengthen health, well-being, and happiness. In my conception, the answer was in the nature. I found in aromatherapy an intervention to promote wellness rather than fixing disease. And since then, I have been diving in this practice. Ty, it will be quite unfair of me to talk about an introduction to aromatherapy using the past tense. Every day I am presented with diverse knowledge, specific applications, traditional use, and plants that's never seen before. For me, there is no end to this introduction of aromatherapy. Are you agree with me?
Yeah, I think that that's a wonderful thought. Is there something that you've learned recently about aromatherapy that changed your mind about a certain topic?
I always see new plants, even if we are talking about native plants from Brazil. We have more than 40,000 species in Brazil. Every day we are learning and have knowledge about specific applications and specific plants. Is amazing. Every day I'm learning.
Oh, that's wonderful. Is there a specific Brazilian plant that is most important to you?
Um, my chosen plant goes beyond its therapeutic properties. It has historical, ancestral, and cultural representation for me. It's Pau Brazil. I don't know if you have ever heard about this tree. This tree is lent its name to our country. The etymology of the word Brazil, the name of our country, comes from the Latin word brasas, the meaning flames. Uh, History tells us that when the colonizers arrived here in Brazil, they found a tree and its wood was reddish throughout its length, hence the name Pau Brazil. This species has been exploited for more than 4 centuries due to the red dye extracted from its wood, which has served for textile industry, luxury fabrics since the 16th century. At that time, clothing, and until now, red clothing represent power, strength, and royalty. The traditional use of this Brazil wood for indigenous tribes was they was when the red dye was used to paint their body in wartime, while in traditional medicine the bark powder was used to treat diarrhea and menstrual cramps as a result of its flavonoids constituents. And there is a growing interest in the therapeutic use of pau Brazil as a different parts of the plant, from the seed to the wood. It has a astringent, oral analgesic, and tonic. It also has anticoagulant and anti-inflammatory properties. Recently, scientists from the northeast of Brazil, from the Federal University of Pernambuco, have reported an oxidized form of the component taken from the Brazilian wood. And it could inhibit 87% of mice cancer development. It's very important. But currently, pau-brasil has its commercialization restricted by international convention seats, and it is on the endangered species list. But news comes, and we know that pau-brasil is returned from the origin. But is the species, is the plant that I think that is most important for me.
Mm. I love your holistic view of this plant, from its ancient uses to its modern uses, its endangered species list. And
Yeah.
I think that's very interesting. And it's definitely a rich history of that tree in Brazil. So thank you for that thoughtful answer.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, Claudia, how did you become involved with Naha originally?
Well, Ty, I discovered Naha when I was looking for a reliable source of knowledge about holistic aromatherapy. I started as a member to gain access to the Naha journal, webinars, participating in the courses and conference as Beyond Aromatics. And all the information acquired and shared experience helped me to go to another level of knowledge and helped me a lot in the evolution of my practice. All of this led me to collaborate even more with the promotion of Naha's pillars and concepts. Today, I'm part of the International Relations Committee, and I'm Brazil's international director. And time, not wanting to be redundant, but what I love most about this Naha opportunity is the knowledge sharing that exists among everyone.
Mm-hmm. I think that's an amazing answer. Thank you. So you found Naha organically as a place for knowledge and sharing and collaboration of aromatherapy, and the rest has been history as you became more involved with Naha as a resource,
Yeah,
but also as a community.
yeah, it's
And we're happy
amazing.
to have someone like you. Um,
Thank you.
Claudia, I just wanted to ask you real fast, and if you don't, you can have many favorite essential oils, but is there one that is very special to you?
Ah, this question is like asking a mom of 5 children which one is her favorite. But I try to, I can tell you which child I have the most affinity for. Essential oil of Eugenia uniflora leaves, or pitanga in Tupi Guarani words. Pitanga essential oil is my bedside essential oil. Although it's plant that can be found all over the Brazil territory, it's considered a noble and rare oil, essential oil, due to the restricted production. And look, Ty, exactly what nature, through this plant, delivers to us. Pitanga essential oil has several applications. I'll tell you some, okay? Some of them. One, for example, in the emotional field. It has been used to bring self-motivation, joy, movement, and vitality when you want to reduce fatigue, promotes mental clarity, collaborating with indecision moments. When we're talking in this application cosmetic formulation, due to the moisturized, healing, antioxidant, anti-irritant properties, it has been an important ingredient. Well, if we go to perfumery, its citrus wood fragrance represents a pleasant note to perfumery. If we go to energy field, it acts on all chakras as a conductor to shore the energy. So it's a way to promote movement in this shored energy. And in the religion field, for example, here in Brazil, we have some religions that use pitanga essential oil or the pitanga leaves only, but we can use pitanga essential oil too. Is used on religious worshiping days, bringing joy to people. It is used for baths, for smoking, to bring prosperity, the intention of prosperity and purification. It's a plant whose energy accelerates and directs energy. It's wonderful. I love pitanga essential oil. And in addition, it's very important, it makes a nutritional and tasty juice. You have to taste it. It's amazing.
That's awesome. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I would say lavender, which is such a basic answer, but I just love lavender, and I love that yours is such a specific Brazilian essential oil that I actually hadn't heard of before this, and you
Mm,
know so much about it, but it sounds like it's an amazing essential oil, and
yeah.
I'm glad to learn about it today. So
Nice,
thank
nice.
you. Okay, so Claudia, I wanted to know your topic is non-conventional aromatic plants from Brazil, traditions, applications, and sustainability. That is your Beyond Aromatics 2023 topic. And I just wanted to know, what can our members expect to learn from your Beyond Aromatics presentation?
You know, Ty, I wanted to encourage, perhaps even provoke people to open up to a new universe, new possibilities in aromatherapy through essential oils that are still little addressed in world therapeutical practices. I wanted to bring this green from Brazil, the green Brazil, close to NAHA members. Brazil has a green vocation, and so does NAHA members and NAHA concepts. So that's my main goal in this presentation, and I hope they you love it.
So wonderful. You're hoping to bring a lot of the non-conventional Brazilian, traditions and understanding of medicine and plants to Naha members and things that many Naha members probably don't know about because they are kind of a well-kept Brazilian secret right now.
Yes, correct, exactly. We in Brazil we have more than 40,000, as I told you, species, native species. So in 45 minutes is not enough, but I will choose the best ones to share with you.
Wow, that's great. Thank you, Claudia. I am so excited for Beyond Aromatics 2023 in Salt Lake because of presentations like yours and many others, where I will be able to learn new things that just haven't been as accessible uh, to aromatherapists, until now, until we can come together and as a community and share a lot of these new ideas, new practices, and new studies. And I'm also very excited to just be able to see everyone in person after a long time of a more disconnected
Yeah.
community.
So thank you a lot. As in the beginning, the podcast we shared my about the introduction in aromatherapy, and as I told you, I always learning. I always understanding specific applications, and I would like to learn a lot visiting and attending and doing my presentation during the Beyond Aromatics. I would like to see you and see all NAHA members. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, that's wonderful. I like that even though you're speaking at the conference, you see the conference as an opportunity to learn as well. And I think that shows that it's going to be a valuable event. Um, Thank you for being here today, Claudia. I really enjoyed our conversation, and I can't wait to see you in October.
See you. See you. Bye bye. Thank you, Ty. Thank you, NAHA members.
Bye bye.